Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Kyryl and we are continuing with our Samba figures, and on today's menu we have Volta, and I guarantee you that after today's lesson your Volta will be changed, hopefully for better. So let's get going right away. Alrighty guys, let's use those exercises, those coordination exercises that we've done in the previous tutorials on our Volta, and let's see how to work for it, yeah? Let me show you again what we've done in whisk. Actually in the last lecture going to be very pertinent, very important for our Volta as well. So we're going to place our foot straight, same way as we did in whisk. We're going to cross our leg to create that Latin cross, in the way that our hips slightly diagonal and upper part still towards the wall that you're practicing towards. So we're going to be growing on the standing leg, and this is the most important point, that we have to grow on the leg before we make the step. We don't want to go to the side from the bent knee. So the knee will be almost fully straightened before we make step. Point number 2, our feet. Actually, we're going to have 2 tracks for our feet. What does it mean? It means the back foot is always placed slightly behind the front foot. We do not place it on one track. In this way, when I'm placing this way, there is a space for the front foot to come in and for me to move the weight over it right away. The moment you place it on the front, not only you start curving, but you're going to have hard time transferring weight to the front foot, and actually your body will be staying back and falling back. So very important point. Small, seems like small point, but actually the impact is huge. So straight foot, Latin cross, growing on the leg. Now when I'm going up on toe, very little, not too high, because it's very continuous. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Yes, so very little, my foot comes out, 2 tracks. Yes, and I'm going to drag my foot in, collect my thighs, shoom, together like this. Now my weight, main weight towards the back leg, but my body still to the front. Now I'm going to be moving my weight to the front foot and lowering. Yes, I'm said it right by saying moving the weight to lower. I'm not collapsing from the back foot to the front. I'm actually pushing my weight to lower, and that movement of the weight allows me to come down. So let me demonstrate one more time. I grow, push, catch it, collect thighs, transfer to lower. Grow, I'm not moving yet, I'm still on top, pushing your way to place it to collect again. This is the main point of Volta. One of the most common mistakes that people have, they move and they start falling. In this way, it looks like that this leg steps first. So it looks like almost like a tripping feeling. Yes? We want to avoid it by all means. In order to do so, you have to concentrate on growing and staying on this leg. Imagine there is a wall here beside me. And when I'm growing, I'm still trying to stay touching this wall, and only when my knee is straight, I push away from it to catch, to lower. Again, do the same thing. I grow, I push away to go. This is the key for Volta. So let me demonstrate one more time. Growing, pushing, catching, collecting the thighs, and then transferring to lower down. Same way as we did in whisk, same way as we did in other movements where we're bending both knees together. Growing, pushing away, go, lower over. One more very important point. It's not a trick, it's a point. Make sure you do not have much time when your legs are apart. So we don't want to have a 1, a 2. If you notice in this way, when you're going, that's too long, and then 2 collapses down right away. What I recommend, this is super important, it will transform your Volta for sure, guaranteed. You're growing, When you're pushing, when you pull, the moment you place in this leg, because your body is moving, you collect in your thighs right away. Ah, 1 and ah, 2 and. That's the feeling, that's the idea. So if I do even on the other side, so collection 1, and when I'm going to the side, ah, I catch it. 1 and ah, 2. That's the feeling, that's the idea for the volta. The back view, the idea the same, and we're growing, collecting, transferring the weight, growing in the leg first, then we go, 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 lower, grow first, then we transfer and catch. This is the idea. So if we go the other side, we grow 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's it. That's our volta. One more thing I would add, usually that I talk to my students, in particular when you're practicing slowly, there are 2 different things we're trying to practice within volta. Number 1 is a mechanical focus, which goes up. So every time we grow, we're going up to catch our thighs to make sure that we are catching here first before going down. If you notice that catch happens up. 1 and 2 and. Yeah, so this is the idea. The second focus is a musical focus, which is going down. If you have a ball in your hand and you want to bounce it and count it, you would probably do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what music is asking us. So we have to, when we merge in those 2 things together, we have a perfectly balanced volta. So the accent, mechanical accent up, musical accent is down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the complete thinking behind our volta. 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here it is, guys. Here's our volta. I hope you find it useful. To summarize what we did today, we placed our foot straight, crossed our leg behind in the way that hips point in that diagonal. Bodies were still with the audience, with the wall that you're practicing towards. You are growing first, and only after making a small step to the side, collecting thighs, like you have scissors or elastic between, collecting fast, before you're lowering. Please remember from the previous exercises we talked about, the feet are always engaged, in particular when we're lowering down. We don't want to collapse. So our lowering is always absorbed with the legs that are engaged. We don't want to collapse. Thank you very much for watching. Please do make comments below if you have any questions. Any specific questions, I'm going to give you specific solutions. Please subscribe, follow, like it, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.